Hi all, I'm recording this video to show you how to install HBase on our VMware, which is our Hadoop virtual machine. So let me go through step by step so that you will understand able to install on the virtual machine. Okay, and first and foremost thing, like how we did with the pig and hive, the same thing we have to follow for your HBase also. You have to download the stable version of your HBase software from the Apache website. Okay, so this is the site that is having the Apache HBase software, which is HBase 9.20. This is the version that we are going to install. You can install the higher version also, .1x version also, but I'm just going through with this one. There is no change between this one and that one when you in terms of installation. Okay, so let me go through this one. Just open the one of the terminal. Okay, so open this terminal and issue the wget. Okay, wget is the one, as you know, going to download the zip file from this so and so location. Okay, so this is what, and started downloading here, so it has to complete 100%. Okay, so once this is done, we are going to untar this one, and that is the same old steps that we have to follow that we did for pig and hive. Okay, and after we do that, we have to have a little more extra configuration in our HBase site.xml. That we are going to see that once this is done. Okay. Okay, let's wait for software to be downloaded 100%. Okay, and this has completed 100%. Okay, so let's move on with our next step. So next step, as you know, we have to untar this zip file. Okay, to untar this zip file, the command tar xzvf, this one. And okay, before you issue that one, if you just give ll, so in this current location, whatever you just downloaded this one, this is the zip file that you have. So we have to untar. Tar xzvf is a command, hbase 0, this is the tar file that you are going to untar to your current directory. Okay, so this is started, and once this is done, you are going to see the, if you see now ll, you can see here plain old version of this one. Okay, so once this is done, you have to name it to HBase. Okay, you have to name it to HBase, because you cannot you cannot have this every time whenever you wanted to access your HBase. So that to do that one, what I am going to do, and called mv this one to HBase, and if you hit enter, it's going to copy or rename this one into HBase. So going forward, you can use just HBase instead of this one. Okay, so when I hit enter this one, it should show this one. Okay, if you give ll, and you should able to see this one. Okay, and if you give ll, just now we have renamed with HBase, this one. Okay, so now let's go back to HBase and see what and all are there. Here you can see here bin, conf and lib, all those folders are there. Okay, so now let's go on and continue with the third step. Okay, what is the third step now we have? Third step is, since you have already moved this one and everything, edit the bash rc now. Our next step is to edit the bash rc and add our hbase_home and path into that. Okay, let's edit that, gedit, and as you know, this is a command to issue to edit your bash rc file. And here you don't see, here you can see, since I have already set this one, so that is the reason I am not able to show this one. Okay, HBase export space HBase_home equal to double quote home HD user HBase. Okay, so this is the place where you have installed your HBase. I'm repeating this. This is the place where you have installed, where you just renamed your HBase. Okay, so if you see here, this is the place. Okay, PWD. This is what you have to have here. Okay, this is what you have to have. Wherever you installed your HBase or copied your HBase, you have to keep that one. Don't keep that slash desktop or whatever I have here. If you have downloaded your software on the desktop, you should not keep this part. Okay, be careful here. Okay, so once that is done, as usual, you have to add this HBase home to your path. Okay, so the path is like at end you can add this word. Okay, after bin, be careful, after colon you have to add HBase underscore home slash bin. This is what you have to add to your path. Okay, so since you already have the path for your Java home and Hive and pick that we are doing, so after Hive we are doing this since HBase, so you are going to add this one to the path, and you might not be seeing this one, that's okay. Okay, so just to add this path, in between this path you have to add this word alone, $HBase underscore home slash bin. Okay, so once that is done, you have to save and close the bash RC. Okay, so close the and save the bash RC. Then once that is done, you have to always issue this source bash RC to force your changes. Okay, changes that you had on your bash RC. Okay, this is done. So remember, you have to do this one. Don't forget this one. Okay, and the next step what we have to do. So these are the extra steps that we have to perform for your HBase. Like I said, I was telling you, we have to edit the HBase site.xml file. Okay, so let's move on to HBase site.xml. So that should be there always in the bin folder. Okay, since you are already there in the HBase, so I'm just going into the bin. I'm seeing my configuration files here. Okay, not this one. We have to go to conf file. Okay, conf. Again, I'm repeating, this is not the conf, there is a typo here, so you should always go into conf file. Okay, conf. Sorry, I'm correcting this one, conf, not bin file. So once you do that one, you have to open your HBase site.xml from that location. Gedit HBase site.xml. Okay, so I have put here. So if you probably once you open this one, you might not be seeing these configuration settings. You will be seeing just to open and close to this one, because I have already set the this one. So I am going to set these two properties. The property one is hbase.root directory, which is nothing but where I wanted to store my HBase data. As you know, you have to store on your local host 9000, which is your name node directory. Okay, so under slash HBase is the one which you are going to create. And one more thing that you have to set is, since it is a sudo distributed mode, we have to set this one to true. Okay, one more property, that is hbase.cluster.distributed, whether it is a true or false. Yes, it is a distributed mode. So only for standalone you will be setting as a false, and rest of the sudo and multi-distributed mode you will be having as a true only. Okay, and the last one is hbase zookeeper.quorum. So this is what, this is where your zookeeper is running. Okay, as you know, zookeeper is the coordination service where we'll be using for our distributed service. It is the kind of media and your hmaster. Okay, so you have to set under your local host. So you are going to set in the local host only. If you are running on separate machine, you have to set this IP here. Otherwise, this is same as local host only. So this you have to do this one between configuration, open configuration and closed configuration. Okay, so just be careful here. Once this is done, you have to close this one. Okay, save this one and close this one. Let's move on with the next step. Okay, so let's save and close that file and run below command to see your HBase version. Okay, if everything goes fine, you are going to get the below thing. Okay, this is what you have to see, this one. Okay, you are seeing, okay, HBase version. Okay, so this is what you have to see. Okay, so HBase without a dash version you have to issue, and you should able to see this is the output you should able to see when you, if your installation went successfully. Okay, so this is what you should able to see. Okay, if you are not seeing this screen, something went wrong. Okay, so once this is done, I think you are almost done with your HBase installation. Okay, so as you know, once this is done, you have to start your HBase daemons by going into your bin folder. You know that one, we have already discussed in the class, but I would like to show very quick way. So HBase comma bin, and if you see the some of the scripts that you have, so always you have to go with the start hbase.sh. See, as you can see, you are starting Zookeeper, you are starting starting your region server. So these are the main things for us, our HBase. So we are able to start this one. Once you issue this one, you should be able to start this one. Otherwise, there is something wrong with your installation. Please repeat this one again from the beginning. Okay. So that's all I have from HBase, and thank you so much for watching this video.